know, we in the hustle and bustle of it now. We out here in Times Square. If you couldn't tell. Hang on. Shit blows my mind. This is how hard you have to work these days if you're trying to get your brand out here. You know? This is what you're competing with. It's about, you know, attention. When we're doing this marketing stuff and we're trying to, you know, gather people's attention, this is why all of life is about trying to get people's attention. How much influence can you influence what they do and how they act or where they go? I mean, look, this is what's come to. I mean, everything, you know, everything. If somebody's creating something out here, it's nothing if people don't know about it. And I ask you, like, how much does Jay-Z pay for that? You know? How much do you think that all costs? Somebody has to pay for that. And you ask, where's your return on investment? Well, I mean, that's millions of eyes, you know? And whether or not it's advertising or marketing, you know, it's not like it's making you just, oh, I gotta go get it right this second. But what it does is it trains your subconscious. Your subconscious gets used to seeing these things, you know? It's implanted with the idea. So maybe you've seen that McDonald's sign so many times that when you get hungry, you naturally think of McDonald's. It's the first thing that comes to your mind. And so that's what that's about, you know? It's like next time you're thinking about, oh, what kind of new music do I want to listen to? I want to find something new. What do you think is going to come up in your head? Oh, that new Jay-Z album. I saw that up on that. It's important, you know? It's just as important as what you are creating. It's important to how you're going to spread that to people, how you're going to get your message out to people. So one thing I see a lot of new businesses, they don't spend a lot of money on marketing. They don't spend a lot of time on marketing. They don't value that as an important part of their business. They're like, well, I got my products, and, you know, if I just make my products right, then I'll get it right. Marketing is huge, guys. You know, just having a product isn't good enough if nobody knows about it. Having a great message does nothing good if it just dies on your lips, you know? It's all about sharing, it's all about influencing and impacting on each other. That's another thing though too, man, you gotta think about that. Your subconscious is constantly being impressed upon. This is why we talk so much about training your own subconscious, because if you don't train your own subconscious, other people will do it for you. Trust me, they're out here and they're trying their absolute best to train your subconscious. So, you know, keep it tight. I only see things I want to see. I like to see ads. It's not like they're making me buy jack, you know? I like to see them. I'm studying them now. You know, it's different. Right on, we're gonna keep moving. Gracias, man. Oh. Throw a little spoon in the top. Oh, good. Let's go here to the park too. That's sick. I was like, yo, we're getting all this extra. Oh. So much of what we've been doing out here, man, has been a lot of like lessons, you know, valuable lessons. I was really talking, kind of me and Ollie were talking a little bit. We were saying I was saying two things. We break down to two things, you know. It's not usually good or bad. It's just like lessons or blessings, you know. Sometimes your blessings are lessons too. I mean, everything's a lesson, but sometimes, you know, things aren't, you know, whatever. They don't come out all rosy colored and sunshine. Then it ends up being a lesson, you know. We've learned a lot of lessons coming out here, you know, on the ways to be resourceful. We talked about, you know, just right now we just stopped. We were eating some of our own sandwiches, our own plums and stuff that we brought. We brought our own like food, you know, with us. Save money that way, you know. We stayed in that little Airbnb, not somewhere down here downtown Manhattan, you know, or down in like Times Square. We stayed over in East Brooklyn, you know. It's cheap, living in a living room, 40 bucks a night. So, you know, learning things like resourcefulness and stuff like that. But then also, as we've gone out here and tried to navigate the city and, you know, being in new environments that we don't know a lot about or whatever the case may be, trying to make, you know, sound judgments and reasons on what we're doing. We just learned a lot about, you know, making sure that we're always learning from our opportunities, you know. That's been the biggest thing I've pulled away from this whole New York trip, man, is just that, like, I still have so much growing to do and I still have so much learning to do about, you know, how to be an effective leader, how to take the proper steps for my business, how to create the most, you know, powerful content that I can create, whatever, you know. There's always just continuous progressions to be made. As big as we, you know, are becoming in Austin or whatever the case may be, man, we're still specks of dust out here. Nobody's even heard of us out here in New York City. So, you know, I just realized that there's always another level and you always have to keep climbing. You have to always be trying and striving, you know. I see a lot of people out here on the street, and I keep thinking, like, what's the difference between him and him? How come it seems like all the woke kids, you know, the people who are chasing that art of fulfillment, how come they don't have no money? How come they're all broke on the street, or, you know, they're artists, you know, they're struggling to, you know, make it with their art or whatever the case may be. But then you see on the other side the guys who study nothing but, you know, the science of success and the science of achievement, and they have it all, but they're not happy. You know, they don't even appreciate it half the time. You know, they're just walking around zombies, you know, in and out of work and whatnot. So I keep asking myself, where's the happy medium in that? You know, when do people start to study both of those trees? When do we appreciate the art of fulfillment and taking time to learn and grow and expand and work on our consciousness and appreciate our life lessons, rather than letting, you know, things drain us because they didn't work out the way we thought they would? You know, so much of what we do is just setting an intention in our life. You know, I don't believe necessarily in a destiny. I think we all set our own destinies through choice, but, you know, there's a flow to our choices, and we can make choices that put us into that flow, and we can make choices that'll take us out of it, you know. And we've been making a lot of the right choices here and just expanding, growing. Like I said, not that they always work out exactly the way we wanted them to, but when they don't work out the way we want them to, we take the time to learn the lessons that we need to from them so that we can grow, you know. So either way, been having a great time. We're gonna keep moving on, checking out some new spots. I love y'all. Oh, we out here in Harlem. How did I find Rick Moore in Harlem? How'd that happen? You think that's an accident? You think we both here on accident? Come on.
We got the art show out here, man. We gonna see Seinfeld, you know. You know what it is. What it is. I love it that y'all are out here with me in my favorite place in the world.
Okay, guys, look, we're out here around the streets of Harlem right now. We're out with our buddy Rick Moore. We caught up with him all the way across country, man. We found him all the way up here in New York doing his thing too, spreading his art across the country and whatnot. He just did a couple of stops. I think he was in Philly right before he was here. He travels with another well-known artist, and so, you know, he's had the opportunity to come and sell his art all across the country as well, where they do these little pop-up shop and art shows. So, I mean, guys, it's not as uncommon as you think that people come out here and travel across the country to just really try and spread their words, spread their message, spread their art, you know, get their circle of influence as big as they can, you know. So much of this trip, we've learned so much about just reading signs and omens and finding things that are really let us know if we're on our path or if we're not, you know. We saw so much synchronicity coming up here with, you know, numbers and all those different little tall tale signs, I guess, old spirit world stuff that they used to talk about. But really, in a sense, it's just the feeling in us of things just going right and really in the zone, man. It's like a vortex that you can live in and be in, where it's just this like vortex of swirling energy where everything seems to be going right and just going your way and happening and clicking for you, you know? And then you always see those other people, there's a drawback to that too. There's an energy where people feel like they're always fighting against it. You ever see those people who feel like they look like they're getting beat up by life, like constantly, you know, it's always something happening, something going wrong, not working out, you know, that's living against the flow, you know? So there's definitely a flow to life, you know, where it's a energy that you can have. So we've been learning a lot about deciphering between those two energy fields, you know, and knowing really when are we on our right path and what are we doing what's truly aligned with what our mission is in this world, you know. So we've been having a great time just riding around, living out on Brooklyn. We've been traveling out here to Harlem. We're going to be down in Manhattan a little bit. You'll see some things. We'll bust out the camera there and do some clips of us out in Times Square just hanging out. But of course we got Seinfeld tomorrow, and that's the main reason we came down, was to hang out with my little bro and go check out Seinfeld for his birthday. But along that path, we've been able to draw in all kinds of other, you know, interesting people and times that we've had, and a lot of opportunities to just promote our brand and to promote and network constantly, you know. We haven't had a lot of opportunities to do any work out here, which would have been really great, you know, shoot some music videos or do some promos with some people out here. That would be fantastic, but we haven't been able to line that up. But with Manifest Style, we've been able to knock out a bunch of different interviews with a bunch of cool people and just a great content for the blog, you know. If you want to get out here and you want to start a vlog, there's a lot of people who stopped us and were like, you have a YouTube channel or something like that? And it felt really good, you know, to be recognized for having that, you know. But all it is us coming out and starting to generate great content, you know, to come to different places, to bring you guys interesting, you know, locations and just trying to keep it fresh. So if you have something like that, you have a brand or whatever it may be, you just gotta get out there and do something, experience something, try some new things, man, and it'll just, by nature, draw interesting content. So It's been an awesome trip so far. Stay tuned, guys.
What's up, guys? Your boy Ollie here with Rock Made That. Getting ready to do a trendsetter interview. It's gonna be lit. Check it out.
Man, we've been hanging out with the most creative people out here since we've stepped down to New York, not just in New York, PA, all the way up. Hanging out with Rock Made That. That's been sick, good time. Man, I can't wait to come back out here and meet him again the next time. He's gonna be blowing up on this Adidas project though by then. Watch, check it out, man. There you have it, guys. You know, a little bit of resourcefulness to go a long way. This has been a really cool spot for us to stay here in East Side Brooklyn. Now we're actually going to be moving down for the whole shebang of Marcus's thing. You know, we're going to be doing the Seinfeld show, and tonight we decided we're going to stay in this hotel in Manhattan. So you can see us rolling up to the 4 Point Sheraton, downtown Manhattan, and we'll be hanging out there for the rest of the day, guys. But we just want to show you where we stayed to consolidate some money. In the meantime, man, we didn't decide to stay at this fancy hotel the whole time. You know, we could still get the experience of staying at that hotel with just, you know, one night, and then the other nights we could, you know, be roaming the city, be out and about, and come to a nice fancy place like this, where we can save a little bit of money and stuff. So, anyways, check it out. I just want to show you what it looks like. We just drove all the way over here, man. We drove from Brooklyn, now we're down here in Manhattan, and we were looking around on the street, and we were the only license plate from any other state besides New York, man. The only one. I'm talking nobody from Massachusetts, from Pennsylvania. People even close by won't drive their cars out here. And you know, like, I get it, a lot of people, you know, they think it's gonna be, your shit's gonna get fucked up, and it probably will, tell you the truth. But no, Ollie, man. They probably will, but my point is, why are you so afraid? Like, why are people that there can't be like too many people out there afraid, man? They're like, well, I don't have enough money to fly to New York. Then drive. Well, I couldn't drive. Well, how you gonna drive to New York? Man, there's cars everywhere. If everybody else can do it, why can't you? At bare minimum, it's a good metaphor for that, you know? If anybody else can do anything, it doesn't matter if you've ever done it before or not, you can totally do it, you know what I mean? All you gotta do is just beat the fear. You just gotta beat the fear. Yeah, beat the fear. All I did was focus in, man. Just focus in on what I was doing. I've driven a car everywhere else. And yo, I had the Beamer too, so the Beamer's low to the ground. We were dodging potholes left and right, dodging people, dodging cars. But you know, I just stay relaxed, stay cool, because you know what you're doing. Right on, guys. Here we are. We're right smack dab in the middle of Wall Street outside the New York Stock Exchange, man. And it's just, I love this place. I always wanted to visit here. It's been a big inspiration of mine. It's something I fought against for a long time. I used to say, you know, how corrupt these people were, corrupt those people were, how, you know, we couldn't get ahead because the game was rigged or whatever the case may be. But then I started to really educate myself, you know, and I really started to dive deep into what the game is. And I started to learn a little bit for myself, you know, about how to trade and trade currencies and securities and things like that. But as I started to learn, you know, I did realize that, you know, the game isn't necessarily rigged, but it is set in a way. It's a system, right, that's built so that the people who know how to use that system will profit and make a lot of money. People who don't know how to use that system, well, they will lose a lot of money. And so it just reminds me that it's so important to stay educated, man, you know, and to really study up on the things that, you know, you either A, want to know about, like how people are making so much money out here and what they do, or maybe, you know, if it's something that you're fighting against, you know, educate yourself as to what exactly it is that you're fighting against and why, you know. Is it really, you know, capitalism that's crushing you, or the Trump buildings right here to the left of us, you think that's what's crushing you? But in the end, you know, this is a system you could use as well. Will it be easy? No, absolutely not. You know, is it kind of difficult to, you know, study all these different technical terms and things you never heard of, or what it could be? Yeah, a little bit. But the fact of the matter is that somebody's done it before you, you know. I, like I said, learned how to do it right off the street, you know. And you can too. I'm not saying follow me. I'm not saying follow anybody else's book or quote or anything. I'm saying, you know, follow your own. The information is out there, you know. The information is out there. All you gotta do is go looking for it, man. And once you do, once you find it, once you study that system and you learn, and make it fun, you know? Make it fun for you. But stop thinking that, oh, you know, because I don't have a 6-year, 8-year degree, I can't go do that. Or like, I'm not smart enough because I didn't go to some fancy school to learn that. You don't have to. You know, none of these things, anything that people are out here doing, us out here on the street, you know, just starting up a blog and traveling around the world, that don't require no education. You know, you can do anything you want to do. I'm not saying that it will be easy. I'm not just saying run out there and do it. But what you got to start doing is you got to start studying the things that you are interested in. You know, if you think it makes people a lot of money, find out how. Find out why. You know, find out if it's something that you would actually enjoy doing and being a part of, or if you are just doing it because you think it'll make you a lot of money. You know. Oh, here we are at the Trump building. Oh, interesting. See what I'm saying? I mean, regardless of what you think, like or don't like winning, you know? And he did that by not waving his finger at a bunch of people saying, oh, it's their fault and his fault, that's why I can't be president, that's why I can't do something, create something, be something that whether people like or don't like, you know, is something. You have to study it, you know what I mean? You have to decide for yourself, which side are you gonna be on, you know? And that's what I did a long time ago, is you decided. That's what you gotta do too.
Ryan Little.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Ollie here with Ted Park.
Yo, 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 yo. We coolin' out here in New York City, you heard? Show my boys some love.
Yeah.
Go Bonamassa. I guess I know where you're going. September 20th, 21st, 22nd.
Cannot do. It will solve all problems of Earth. And what? Having done that, we will move on to the hypothetical.
up, everybody? We are back here in the Nebuchadnezzar. What an amazing fucking trip that was. You've got to get out to New York City. I know most of y'all been out there like a million times. If you have not, you absolutely must go, man. So much to see, so much to learn and experience, so much to do, obviously. So, you know, our trip wasn't much of a doing trip. It was much of a seeing and a working trip. You know, and so I wanted to come real quick now that we're back at the house, and I just want to tell you, like, what did I learn? What was the trip about? What was, you know, let me just close it out for you, I guess. And honestly, the first and foremost, the thing I learned is that it's lessons, man. Life is full of lessons. Even the things that are blessings to you, big trips and exciting vacations, or, you know, if you've been blessed with a new car or something's manifested in your life for you, it's a lesson on how did you manifest that, right? And not only that, it's probably gonna come with its own unique challenges, you know? So as you're starting to set out, guys, just remember that it's a never-ending cycle. You always have to be working on yourself. You always have to be trying to progress to the next level, because when you get to that next level comes with next level problems as well, right? It's not ever going to be full sunshine and rainbows. So we had a fantastic time out in New York City, man. We had, like I said, some challenges that we overcame. We got to do things like to see Jerry Seinfeld, run into, you know, Rick Moore. We did all kinds of fun stuff, man. Just getting on the subway and stuff was interesting for us. We got to hang out with Rock Made That. We did all kinds of fun things out there. We were out in New York for about 4 days. You know, you saw that we were really resourceful in our trip, using things like Airbnb and, you know, packing our own lunches and whatnot to consolidate resources, man. So, and we even drove out there ourselves. So, you know, take a look at whatever you want to accomplish or whatever your next big thing is that you want to manifest, man, and really start getting creative as what other ways could I get to it, you know? Everybody loves money, you know, I love money too. I'm not going to sit here and be a money hater. Money is a great energy, right? It's a tool that we use to transfer energy to get things done. So it's great. Trust me, your money would always get your things done for you. It's super easy and fast. But, you know, there are a million other ways that you can get things done. You know, honestly, I think you could get more accomplished in this world with influence than you ever could with money. So, just, you know, just a little tidbit, just think creative out there, guys. You know, if you're trying to start a business, if you're trying to get something off the ground and get it moving, you know, whatever the case may be, even if you do have all the money in the world, you know, challenge yourself to try and use any and all resources that you have at your disposal. So that's one thing we learned, definitely resourcefulness. We definitely learned that, you know, lessons and blessings to always be trying to progress and get better in our skills. Other thing I learned, man, is that when you start to manifest things, right, it's like a chain reaction, man. As we started to set intentions for this trip and find out to, you know, set out to New York, the universe is so interesting in the way that it starts to pull things and gravitate things toward you. And it was like, you know, not even a couple days before we got ready to leave, we're sitting in a buddy of mine's house and I'm shooting a music video, and he's like, hey, you gotta check this guy out. This dude, he's this new Asian rapper. He's sick, man. His name's Ted Park. Check out this video. He shows about 2 or 3 Ted Park videos. I was like, oh my God, this dude is awesome, man. We were jamming this stuff, amazing. Go check him out at Ted Park Boy. He's on YouTube as well, Ted Park, Spotify. You can find him anywhere, man. Ted Park. Check him out. Awesome music. And so, you know, we were listening. I was like, man, this is cool. I saw him on Instagram. I was like, yo, hey, Ted Park, man, your shit's lit. You know, I'm digging this. He hits me back up, and we were able to get this interview with him when we went down to New York, not even 2 weeks later. See how weird, like, that's not coincidence, guys. Just like it wasn't a coincidence that us and Rick Moore happened to be down there at the same time. These are the universe starts to draw things and people to you, and they'll be in the same situations you are, trying to maybe accomplish the same things you are. There's always somebody or something that you can help leapfrog off of each other. You know, we were able to string this whole a whole set of interviews and, you know, get up with other content creators and all these things that we were able to manifest into this trip to bring to you guys, and that all started with just one little itty bitty intention, you know? It's not like we knew all those people before we even set out to go on this trip. As soon as we set out to go on this trip, though, it helped our reticular activating system and saying like, hey, what about this guy? What about that guy? Maybe we could do this with so-and-so. Let me hit them up. And then all we do is step out on that, you know? We have these great ideas, and all we do is we take and we put faith in those great ideas, and we take a step out on action. So I hope you guys manifest something big. I'm up to something really, really big. We're starting our brand new project, Campus Clever, now that we're back here and back to work. So next episode, be ready, man. We're gonna be shopping, making some big purchases. I don't want to tell too much, but know that the next episode is gonna be lit. It's gonna see a whole like shift in the next chapter of our business and our adventures together. So I'm really excited to bring all that stuff to you. I'll see you guys on the next RtP Weekly. I appreciate you checking us out. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Are we recording?